not all expensive perfumes are worth the splurge. I've definitely bought a perfume or three for like $300 to $500 and then it arrived and I hated it. So that inspired me to start a series called the No Regrets Guide to Perfumes, and today we're talking about Boadicea The Victorious. I'll be going through my entire collection and telling you which ones I think are safe bets or blind buy safe or that I definitely love, and which ones I think you should probably sample before you buy. So I discovered Boadicea The Victorious around the time I moved to Houston. When I moved here, I went out to brunch with a friend and she smelled really, really good. And when I asked her what she was wearing, she said it was Boadicea The Victorious Love Poison. And I tried so hard to get my hands on that perfume, but it was already sold out. And then fast forward to like a few weeks after that brunch, Davido shared his perfume collection on his Instagram stories, and I noticed that he had like a whole shelf dedicated to Boadicea The Victorious. So I was like, oh, okay, let me learn more about this brand. So that was one of my first intros to the brand. Something else I think is a really cool fun fact about them is that when Michelle Obama was the first lady, during her first trip to London as the first lady, she actually bought 3 of their fragrances, and I think Blue Sapphire might be her signature scent, at least according to the internet. So I really got interested in the brand and I started sampling a lot of their perfumes, and I've ended up with 5 that I really like. So yeah, let's get into it. Hi, my name is EJ. I've been collecting fragrances for over 10 years now. And my goal on this channel is to help you find fragrances that you're going to love, give you the straight facts about perfume so that you're making the most informed choices and ending up with fragrances that you will not regret buying. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my no regret guide to Boadicea The Victorious. So when it comes to Boadicea The Victorious perfumes, their prices range from like $300 all the way to $1,200. So that's definitely a hefty price tag. So I hope this video will help you decide which one is for you and which one might not be for you. So jumping right into the first fragrance, the first category I want to talk about are my personal favorites, and the one that I like the most is 1907. This is their collaboration with Neiman Marcus, and this is a citrusy, fresh, spicy, just beautiful scent. It also has a little bit of sweetness to it. For this one, I wear it to work sometimes, and I also love to layer it with other perfumes in my collection because it just smells so beautiful, and it's the kind of perfume that layers really well with everything you have. So this is a little bit of my signature scent because I wear it pretty much all the time with whatever else I'm wearing. I like the fact that the spiciness and the freshness in this really balances out a lot of my more floral, more gourmand perfumes. And even though this has a ton of notes, it has like 20 notes or more. Even though it has a ton of notes, it smells so well blended that I can't really pick out any one specific thing that it smells like. But to me, it just smells pretty and confident. And while I would say that this leans unisex, as a woman, I still feel pretty and feminine wearing this. So it's honestly a very well done scent. Now this one retails for $675, so it's not the most expensive Boadicea The Victorious, but I understand that that's still a hefty price tag. I would recommend this for the girls who want to feel pretty feminine but still have like a little bit of an edge, because this does have notes like cardamom and ginger. So it's definitely spicy, but it's a very well done fresh spicy scent that still has, you know, that more sweeter, more feminine element. Okay, so the notes for Boadicea The Victorious 1907 are cardamom, lemon, cinnamon, pink pepper, violet, nutmeg, cashmere, sage, tobacco musk, amber, cedar wood, benzoin, tonka bean, and moss. There's so much going on here, but what I get the most is lemon for sure, and violet as well, because there's something like softly floral about this. For some reason, I'm also getting something fruity, and I'm very surprised. And I'm very surprised that there's no fruity notes in the notes, because there's something slightly fruity about this, almost like tropical but not quite. But yeah, this definitely gets me a lot of compliments. I remember one time I went to the Bulgari store to pick up something, and the sales assistant was asking me what I was wearing, and it was this. So this is definitely an attention grabbing, compliment getting perfume. Okay, so something else that drew me to this fragrance brand is the way that their bottles look. I love the detailing that they have on all of their bottles. It looks so regal and well done. And every bottle has like a matching detail on the cap as the side, and I just think it's so pretty. It also feels pretty heavy, so it just feels really well made and like really incredible quality. And the prices for these ranges from about $370 all the way to over $1,000. Okay, so the next perfume in my personal favorites is Harmonious, and this smells so good. There's something woody and comforting and a little bit herbal and green. Oh, it's so beautiful. And the thing with these perfumes is like they're statement makers, right? There's nothing like soft and barely there about it, which I'm actually perfectly fine with. At these prices, I don't want soft and barely there. I want statement makers and head turners, and this brand really delivers. But to me, this is like the most calming of all of their perfumes that I have. It just smells so beautiful. I would definitely wear this to work, and I'll wear this in the fall, winter. There's something very comforting about it. It almost feels like a hug. So I would definitely wear this for like more relaxed, more casual occasions as well, or more intimate occasions. And yeah, I just think it smells pretty. I will say again that this leans more unisex, but it's definitely something that I feel comfortable wearing as a woman. And the notes for this one are ambrette, rum, cognac, cardamom, saffron, cinnamon, bergamot, orange root, cashmere wood, may rose, coriander, leather, musk, vanilla, sandalwood, amber, and vetiver. Again, there's a lot going on here, but it just smells really pretty, really beautiful. And it's the kind of perfume that you can wear for any occasion. The more I smell it, the more I'm thinking that, yes, while I can wear it to work because it just seems like it's not doing too much, but I also see myself wearing it in the evening and the night time. But yeah, that is Harmonious, and it's my second favorite fragrance from Boadicea The Victorious. Harmonious retails for $370. The third and final one of my personal favorites is Valiant, and this literally smells like sunshine in a bottle. It is the most pretty white floral and citrus, and this one really surprised me because I'm not typically a white floral type of girl, but this is so well done. It smells beautiful, and to me it's a perfect scent for spring and summer, daytime. I can even wear this in the night, layered with something a little bit darker and more mysterious. I could definitely wear this in the evening, layered with Harmonious, but on its own, I just think it smells very pretty, very feminine. This is definitely very much a feminine scent. It's prominently white floral, and it smells amazing. I would wear this as a wedding guest during a spring or summer wedding. I would wear this to brunch. I would wear this during the day for fun events. So hanging out with friends, pop-ups, stuff like that. And like I said, I'll also wear it in the evening layered with another perfume that smells a little bit more nighttime appropriate. Okay, so Valiant has notes of ylang ylang, petitgrain, mandarin orange, orange grapefruit, orange blossom, iris, cherry blossom, neroli, Indian jasmine, vanilla, tonka bean, amber, sandalwood, and patchouli. There's a lot going on here, which seems to be the theme for Boadicea perfumes. But I will say that this reminds me of everything that I loved about Kilian Love Don't Be Shy, without all the things that I hated about it, because I ultimately was not the biggest fan of Love Don't Be Shy. But this has all of the best parts of Love Don't Be Shy. So if you want something that's like orange blossomy but pretty and sophisticated, I would say this is definitely a great scent. It just smells super expensive as well, which I would say that all these perfumes have in common. They all smell incredibly expensive because they are in fact expensive. Valiant retails for $1,200 on the Boadicea website. Okay, so the next category is the try before you buy category, and this is a category where I still think the scents are spectacular, but I do feel like they are quite polarizing, and that if you're new to scents and you're not super sure of the kind of scent profiles that you're going to like, that is best to test these before you buy them. So the first one is Opal, which I believe is one of their newest releases. And to me, this one smells beautiful. It's very leather forward, like the showroom of a luxury car dealership. It smells expensive and leathery and definitely masculine. This is a scent that I will enjoy on my husband, but not necessarily one that I'll reach for myself. I put this in the try before you buy category because I know that the leather notes can be very polarizing. Not everyone likes it. So I just want to state for the record that this one is definitely leather forward, but I still think it's beautiful on men, and I still think it's an incredible scent for someone who prefers a more unisex or more masculine leaning scent. It's just not something that I can be like, oh, it's perfectly blind buy safe, go and blind buy it. I can't do that to you guys, okay? So just giving you my honest thoughts on this one. This one also retails for $1,200. Then the next one, the second perfume in my try before you buy bucket is Boadacious. Now this one is sweet. It smells beautiful, a little bit boozy, and I do love it. It does remind me a lot of Angel's Share from Kilian. I didn't like Angel's Share because to me, Angel's Share smelled like an old-fashioned, which is my husband's preferred cocktail. And I could never just shake that association. It literally smells like a straight up cocktail. It was entirely too boozy for me, and it did not really smell like a fragrance to me. It just smelled like a cocktail. But this one smells like a perfume. Yes, it's boozy. Yes, it has some cherry to it, but it's very smooth, well blended, well rounded. It doesn't have those like sharp, screeching, alcoholic edges that Angel's Share has. So I actually really do like this. I see myself wearing it in the winter because it's a very boozy scent. I think it smells amazing, lasts all day, smells beautiful. But the two things I want you to know is that it's a very boozy scent and it smells like Angel's Share, but way better. So just things to keep in mind. But yeah, I also think this one is amazing. Of all of their perfumes, there are only two that I would personally consider blind buy safe. The first one is 1907 because it just smells beautiful and clean and fresh and spicy and sweet. Like, I've never met anyone that doesn't like this. So I host fragrance events for fragrance lovers in Houston, and every single time that I take this to one of my events and people smell it, they all like it. I've never met someone who didn't like it. So I feel 95% confident saying that this is blind buy safe. And I've already talked about the notes earlier in the video, so I'm not going to like repeat myself on that, but I just think it's the most blind buy safe Boadicea The Victorious perfume I've ever tried. And then the second Boadicea perfume that I think is blind buy safe is unfortunately discontinued, but sometimes they pop up a few bottles on their website. So if you're lucky enough to grab it, I wanted to just let you know what it is. It's called Love Poison, and it has notes of red berries, raspberry, Turkish rose, brown sugar, vanilla, amber musk. It smells so beautiful. Like, I cannot wait to get my hands on this. I'm always checking online to see if it ever pops up, maybe on Poshmark or something. It smells beautiful and I regret not getting it. But it smells amazing. So if you're ever able to get your hands on it, I would highly recommend. Okay, so final thoughts on Boadicea perfumes. I think they are expensive, but I think so many of them are incredibly worth it. I think they are the kind of perfumes that you really can't smell on anybody else, and they all smell incredible. Because they are not like skin scents or soft scents, because they are statement makers, people either really love them or might be a little bit disappointed. So I wanted to just share some tips to help you make better purchasing decisions when it comes to Boadicea The Victorious based on the perfumes that I own. My first tip is always try to sample. Reach out to your fellow fragrance friends, see if they have anything you can sample. And Neiman Marcus carries them. I also know that there's a retailer in Philadelphia, I forgot their name, but I'll put their name up on the screen, who also carries them, and I think they make samples as well. So just sample as much as you can before you go ahead and invest all that money into a bottle. I would also recommend starting with something versatile like 1907 because to me that's like the most crowd-pleasing scent in their collection. And then think about where you would wear it, because like I said, some of these are really statement makers. So I think they are really great special occasion perfumes, and some of them are fine for everyday wear, like 1907. For some of them, I think are like special occasion scents as well. They do a lot of woods and leathers, so something else to keep in mind. But yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. I know y'all have been asking me about Boadicea The Victorious, what my thoughts on it are. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorites are in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.